Joschka, I'm so excited to talk to you today, and I'm really excited about this one because it's all about launching your challenge. And just by hearing your story of how you went from pretty much losing your agency to now being able to have like 4,500 people join your launch party in a sense, I think that is amazing. But Joschka, I want you to kind of go over a small bit of your story just to start, and then I'm going to just drill in to kind of talk about what you do and how you help people. So take it away.
Yeah, gladly. Thanks. I'm Joschka. I used to run an agency. So my background is paid ads, stuff like that. And I used to run an agency, not a huge big one, just good enough to make a decent living. And then this crazy thing happened. So Corona came along and wiped out from more or less one day to the next every single one of our clients. So we had from zero dropped completely to zero, was kind of rough.
I believe it.
And what I thought was, all right, so what can I do now? What can I do? And I discovered challenges a while ago, year back or so, and thought I was really fascinated by that. And since I discovered my very first challenge, I participated in. It was a one funnel away challenge. Probably everybody has heard about that. And since then, I took a lot of other challenges as well, and thought, all right, maybe I run a challenge now. And I launched a launch your business challenge. So I decided, all right, so I'm not the only one out of work right now. Some other folks are as well. And so just might help them set up their own online business, not into affiliate marketing, anything like that, but how to help people who are without work and actually help them create an online business. Had nothing to sell, just launched the challenge, run some ads to that. And the response completely blew me away. So I had, in 3 weeks, 4,500 people signing in.
That's insane.
It was crazy. And yeah, it all went from there. Soon after that, I had some people reaching out to me if I can help them with their challenges. And yeah, it just grew step by step. And I have then created a 5-day launch your challenge workshop, run that for a couple of times, and had in every iteration, or in some around 1,000 people in that as well.
Wow.
Just a couple of last week I launched the Launch Your Challenge podcast, and this kind of stuck with me.
That is so amazing. So for those that don't know, like, what's the difference between purchasing like an info product and then buying like a challenge? Like, what are the benefits?
Well, the info product is something that you consume passively. So you have a course or anything like that, you watch that, and then it's completely up to you if you might implement anything about that or not. In a challenge, it's different because a challenge lives through the participation, through the engagement form. And you know right from the start, when you sign up for the challenge, you either take action right from day one and implement, or it does nothing. And so this is a great thing I love about challenges, because you're building a community right from day one. Right. You're jumping into a whole group of people who all have the same goal. They're all on the same path. They want to reach that thing, and you interact with them. You interact with your coach or anything like that. And I think for the people who are signing in, this is a great thing, and for the entrepreneur running it as well.
What I love about challenges is exactly what you said. It's the community. It's you're there with your friends in a sense, because you're all kind of in it together. You're kind of all just helping each other. And I noticed that when I was in challenges and taking some challenges, when I would have need some help, other people in the group would be more than welcome to provide, outside information or insider information, however you want to call it, and kind of give you a different perspective. And while other digital products or courses or anything like that doesn't have a challenge attached to it, is typically kind of when you get stuck, you might have to email customer support, or you might be in this group, but there's not really much engagement. And it's not really conducive if you're looking to do something fast. Unless you actually take a challenge, there's a time limit, that there's a tangible result at the end of it in some sense, because on day 0 to day 5 or day 0 to day 30 or whatever that time frame is, you have some kind of goal that is going to be accomplished within that time frame. And that's what I love about challenges, is because it does feed off the community. It does help a lot with building a engagement group, like as an entrepreneur or the person actually hosting it. So it's not like those people are gone either. You've built those relationships, and you're able to now monetize them in the future when they've actually got results. So when you launched this first challenge, this 4,500 challenge, did you make any money out of it, or did you just help that many people and then continue to provide support for them?
Exactly. So I really had nothing to sell during the challenge, and until that very last day, I thought, all right, what can I sell to them? And I decided, well, I have nothing to sell, and so I had this whole list of people engaged with me, and I really had a huge engaged audience as well. But I actually, have made no dollar at all from that challenge. But the thing is, the people stuck with me.
Right.
And now, half a year later, I have people now buying my things and now buying my products.
That's awesome.
They were with me for the whole 6 months or so. This mess started. And
I love that. I love that part. What I find great about that too is now you have social proof, you have testimonials. So when you actually launch, and we'll talk about this in a bit about your 30-day challenge that's coming up here, that a lot of people should take advantage of. But and obviously jump on your podcast to learn even more. But you're able to take those testimonials, you're able to take that social proof, you're able to use that forever. And that just allows you to create more credibility, trust. It just allows you to have other people recommend you also. So it's an amazing way to really build your business and to have a group of raving fans who want to buy and recommend you because they've actually got proven results too. Nice. So just out of curiosity, like, who can do a challenge? Like, is it only business owners? Is there like a makeup challenge or a fitness challenge, or like, who's it good for?
I think a challenge can be made or can work for anybody. It comes most naturally to people who sell knowledge. So if you're a coach, sell courses or anything like that, this is the easiest thing for you. It is harder when you do something different. Maybe you, I don't know, run a retail store, then it's harder, but still doable. If you just need a little bit more creativity, how to make it work. But yeah, if you have knowledge to sell from doing makeup, doing sports, doing personal finance, weight loss, whatever it is you do, when you sell your knowledge, then I think a challenge is super easy and super useful for you, definitely.
Is there any kind of framework or kind of not step by step, but a way to structure a challenge? Or is it kind of just like day by day, or is it dripped, or is it like implementation week 1 and learning week 2, or how does that framework kind of look?
Yeah, well, there are a lot of different ways how to run a challenge. I mean, you have free challenges, you have paid challenges, 5-day or up to 30-day. You can even potentially do challenges up to 90 days, I would say. The thing is, let's stick with a 5-day challenge for an example, because this is what I'm more or less known for right now. Right. So usually it's kind of like this. On day number 1, you're just you're making them excited about what's come. So you tell them this is that you can expect. This is who I am. This is my backstory and why you should all relate to me. So the Epiphany Bridge thing, and then you share the framework of what you will teach them, so that they know exactly what to expect and that a picture forms in their head. All right, this is how it could work. And on day number 2, I think this is a day where you need to make them believe that this will work for you. So it's really about setting a clear path, a clear strategy that they know exactly what they need to do to get there. And it's also, about overcoming the objections, the self-talk they have in their mind. So, I tried so many different diets and it has never worked. Why should it work right now? What is the new thing that keeps me going? I've tried so many tools. I promoted so many affiliate products. What it is that makes it work now? So you need to overcome that self-talk and make them really believe that they can do it, so that they actually stick with you and follow through over the rest of the challenge.
And that's huge.
I think day 3 and 4 is really making them work. You can really get down to the nitty-gritty and having them work, because they already believe at that point. And in order to get a decent result for them, they need to start working somewhere, right? And so I think day 3 and 4 is really about work. And then you obviously want to sell something. You can do it at the end of day 4. You can do it at day 5. A lot of people are spreading the different things when you should do it. I think it doesn't really matter that you need to stick to a rule there, but when it fits into your training, whenever it fits into that, what you present, it can be day 4, day 5. What I like to do is really making them work day 3 and 4. At the end of day 4, they should be almost there, that they are almost at the point where they've got that result. So on day 5, you just need to wrap up that thing, and then you have a lot of time to make your pitch.
I love that. And I think that when you pitch something, or when you give them, not pitch something, but when you're have them doing the work, actually, let me ask this as a question. I mean, is the tangible result going to be like, hey, you're going to make $1 million in these 2 days? Or like, what kind of tangible results are you kind of offering? I mean, the 5-day challenge seems pretty small, but I know a lot of these gurus online talk about how easy it is to make $1 million in 2 days. So what kind of results do you kind of, not you personally, but should the person launching the challenge expect to deliver in those couple days?
Yeah, definitely $1 million in 1 day.
Yeah.
No, I think it isn't really about the result. I mean, what I tell everybody is, when you run your very first challenge and you're not super experienced and you are not that household name out there, then you should expect to not make a lot of money on your first challenge. Maybe even make no money at all. So the first challenge, I say everybody, is shoot for the learning experience. That you get tech set up, that you know how to speak, how to sell, and everything like that. And that you just try to gather as many testimonials as possible. Similar to what I did back then. And then you take all those learnings and optimize the challenge, and then you run it again, and then you can really deliver and really get great results then. And I think when you do it right, it is definitely possible to 5x, 10x your return if you're ready to spend something on ads.
I love that. I actually think that is a great way to sell any product. So when I was launching my software, when I was launching my courses, I always pre-sold it. And the reason why is because, and this is similar to what you're doing, what you recommend, by getting testimonials, getting social proof, refining the process. Because if you try and create something that is great for you, and you think it's amazing, not everyone's going to think it's amazing, and you have no idea what the market wants. So I always recommend to pre-sell everything. Make sure you get a minimum viable product. Make sure that it's something that actually people want in the marketplace and they're willing to pay money. And I always, when I was launching my first software, we pre-sold it as a minimum viable product so that we were in the black right away. That allowed us to reinvest into ads or hire developers or whatever that is. And that's a great way to do it. And I love the way you pretty much said it, is how you would launch it the first time, Don't worry about sounding amazing. Don't worry about getting everything right. Don't be a perfectionist, because you're going to slow yourself up. And your audience is going to give you feedback. They're going to tell you what they liked, what they didn't like, what they want more of. And they're going to help you sell the product. They're going to give you all the objections that you need. And they're going to teach you what you should be saying, what you should be offering, so that when you actually launch it for real for the first time and start running ads, you're going to actually make a great deal of money, because you've already refined it, and you're just going to keep refining it. And that just helps you improve, and that helps you actually increase the value of your product. So I think that's an amazing idea. So, I mean, we live in a very fast-paced world. We live in a place where people do not get, they find shiny object syndromes all over. So would you recommend a 30-day, a 40-day? I mean, I see some of these people do like a year challenge. Is that even like feasible? Or would you recommend starting off with a 5 and then maybe working up to a 14? Or how does that look?
I think it depends completely on what you want to try to achieve. Again, there are 2 different ways how to run challenges. The first way is you earn your money through the people who participate in your challenge. So you have a paid challenge, and you get money from the people buying in. And then it doesn't really matter how much you sell at the end, because you earn your money through the people coming in.
Right.
For that way, I would definitely recommend going longer, because not a lot of people are really willing to spend money on 5-day challenges. So I would definitely go with, I don't know, 14 days, 21 days, 30 days, something like that. When you run the challenge mostly to make your money at the end of the challenge, then I would recommend a shorter one. You can even do a 3-day. Right now, there are 2-3-day events popping up all over the place, right? Because the way to make the sales very quick. But I would definitely recommend going with something like a 5-day challenges, especially when you're not experienced, because you have more time to make the people believe in you and trust you and build up this relationship. With other people, like, I don't know, just recently Josh 40 had a 2-day event, something like that. But everybody knows him, they already trust him and everything. So for him to make a sale, they probably don't need to run the event at all. Just ask, right? But for everybody else, you need to build up the relationship. You need to not talk about providing value, but actually deliver results first. And then people are willing and able to give you their money.
Yeah, and if they like, know, and trust you, I mean, that's the best way to ask for money. And people, if they know they can get results from you, and they've got some kind of tangible results, even in that short time, even if it's like a shift of mindset, people are going to want to throw their wallets at you. And I think that is a great way to, or purses, to make one, to build your list. And then all the other benefits we talked about. So is it, I know we're in this COVID thing, and I mean, can we do just like a live event or challenge, or like, is it online, or what do you specialize in?
Right now, everything is online. And so right now, all the challenges are online as well. But let's say you're a personal trainer, and you have the place to make it, to establish social distancing and everything like that, so that you actually are allowed to have people in the same room.
Right.
Then you can definitely do it live, in person as well. I mean, the rules are completely the same. Probably it's easier to run it live and in person, because you really have the full interaction. Not only I do a stream for you and then you comment on my stream. I can definitely do that live and in person as well.
Yeah, I've never done a live event. Lauren, okay, hold on. Give me a moment. Okay. Just want to make sure she doesn't walk out here naked. I think the whole doing it live, just, you can feed on the energy. People can be held accountable more. a lot more is involved when it's live too. So, but the power of the internet, you can obviously use tools that make it seem like it's live. You can do things like repeating webinars or repeating streams, all these different tools. Once you refine the process, you no longer have to do it live, but it might seem to be live and you can just consistently do it. I think that's an amazing tool. Or, and you can do this either ways. Once you become well-known enough, you're able to hire coaches and have them run it while you're the figurehead. And that can be done live, or that can be done in person. It just allows you to leverage and bring people up your value ladder that much more. And that's why I love challenges, because they provide so much value in such a short time, and you get the community involved and everything else. So what are some of the things you talk about on your podcast? Launch Your Challenge podcast, by the way.
I don't do a lot of talking there, actually. So I invite people who talk for me.
Right.
I had people on like Doug Barton, Catherine Jones, Marley Jacks was the last episode, and a lot more people coming in. So I have experts on, or I have either people who run challenges and can talk about how they're running their challenges, what makes them work, what not, what they have to try out, or topic experts. So when we have an expert on a topic that is related to challenges. So for example, copywriting, design, how public speaking, something like that. This is what I want to achieve, so that you can really build out an holistic, marketer who knows what they all need to do in order to run the best possible challenge. So, I mean, I'm completely honest. I'm doing this mostly to learn myself, and if I can share that with the world, and only through that I can get the people on board anyway. So, why not combine the best of both worlds? I can learn it. I have the people on, build the network, and I can share that with everybody. It's awesome.
I think that's so great. I actually, I do a lot of self-serving in a sense, where I had a guy, Eric, yesterday, and he's a day trader, and it's not a stay-at-home dad, but he's a dadpreneur. And I was like, hey man, that's so awesome. I can't wait to be a dad someday. We're going to start trying pretty soon here, but I'm very excited about that, because, it's much different. It's a much different challenge in a sense when you have a little one running around and you need to take care of them and then still run a business and do lives. And then they're like yelling. I have a dog that will come up and poke me sometimes, but I think that having a child or a little one around makes it much more difficult. So, but to go back to what we were saying, I have no idea about day trading, and it was just fascinating to talk to someone who's having $20,000 or $100,000 days sometimes, and just let me know like exactly every question that I had. And what was even better is he didn't have anything to offer. Not that I didn't want to promote him at all, because I definitely did. I was like, hey, you need to get something out there. And he's like, at that point, it becomes a job. And for him, it was more of a passion. And I'm just like, well, when you're making $20,000 in a day, that's definitely a great passion to have, not having to teach anything. So, and that's kind of like me with real estate investing. I've had $122,000 days, and it allowed me to, I don't really care to teach. I mean, I spoke at a conference, and I recorded a video, or they recorded a video, and I'm thinking about kind of combining that with other training and how I invested in real estate and how I've been able to get 1.5 million in assets, and how like $1 million in debt. And a lot of people think debt is a bad thing, but for me, if you think of it as a way to create more money, then it's not a bad thing. I think a lot of people just don't realize that. But to get back on this the topic, it was just allowed me to learn and through experts instead of reading books or anything like that. And it's a live person who's actually doing it in the current time. So he knows trends that are going on right now, patterns. So it's very self-serving for me, but it also helps everyone else to interview this person, put it on YouTube, put it on Spotify and Anchor FM and all these different platforms so that they can learn also with me. So I think it's very cool that you're doing that also, learning from these, it seems like a lot of ClickFunnels people. And for those who don't know what ClickFunnels is, it's a sales funnel software, but an amazing community. And so when you interview these people, is there any kind of topics that you're looking for right now? Is there anyone that you would want to talk to on your podcast that you think would be, obviously besides maybe like Russell Brunson or Stephen Larson? Actually, I just talked to Stephen Larson probably 2 months ago. But these people do have some great challenges. Is there anyone you're kind of looking right now to interview?
Yeah, actually, yes, I had a lot of people in the ClickFunnels field but also what is not yet released, some other folks as well. What I look for mostly is to have a good mix of high-profile people who actually run challenges.
Right.
And as I said, experts on topics that are so related, but maybe not that often talked about. Let's pick public speaking. When you run a challenge, you need to know how to speak.
Right.
But nobody in the marketing field really knows how to do it, including myself. So when I get somebody on like that, then I can really help a lot of people besides only running the challenge, because they know how to speak, right? How to communicate and everything like that. And so this is mostly what I'm shooting for. Become a well-rounded marketer and use the challenge as a vehicle to get people into my world and, of course, make some sales, right?
Yeah, and I love that you're using a challenge almost as a tripwire and providing a lot more value, because I mean, how many of us have opted into emails to get an ebook or to get a little video series that we never watch, never read. Yeah. They just end up going into our spam or whatever else, and we just never just look at them at all. Right. And challenges is a great way to build instant like we talked about, trust, credibility, and people actually are engaged. So it's a huge value for anyone who is looking to do a challenge. And it just allows you to build your list that much quicker. I mean, look at you. You've done a challenge of 4,500 people. And if you just had 10% of that, I mean, think of the numbers of what you could actually achieve by making that large of an impact. Right. And you're able to take that and ascend those people up to your next level that much quicker. Yeah. And it just allows you to make that much more money. And I think that a lot of people think that public speaking is an innate skill or something that you're born with. And it's not. It's everything in marketing is a learned skill. Like when you're born, the baby, like a doctor looks at you and he's like, oh, this baby is going to be good at public speaking. Like, no, that's not going to happen. Like, they're not going to be like, oh, I think this baby is really good at marketing. He should be a marketer. No, they're all learned skills. Before this, I was a personal trainer. I did not know anything about marketing. I don't consider myself a marketer because I invest in real estate. I do a lot of other things. I'm more of an investor than a marketer, but marketing is a good skill to learn. And I actually just bought Peng Joon's platform closing. Mm-hmm. And I believe that, again, having a public speaking skill and learning the different skills within public speaking is a very great skill to learn. And that's why I've invested in public speaking. I used to take B&I classes, all these things to help with public speaking, because it is a very high paid skill and it allows you to make a larger impact. It's quite amazing, actually. And there's a difference between, someone who is a content speaker versus a keynote speaker versus a closer who will actually make money and be paid a lot for being able to close in in front of a challenge or in front of a group of people. So I'm very excited to listen to the podcast about public speaking because I love learning. I've actually spoke at 2 events this year before the whole COVID thing. One on real estate, and then the other one was at Pod Live, which was a marketing event. So it's amazing skill, and you should definitely check out. I'm gonna definitely check out your podcast, and if you guys haven't, you guys definitely should subscribe. Launch Your Challenge. Definitely check it out. Like and subscribe. Remember to get notifications, all that fun stuff. So what's next for you? I mean, it seems like you have your 5-day challenge. I know that you are coming up with a 30-day challenge that's in the works. It's not quite ready for the public yet, but I'm very excited about it, actually. So what's next in the pipeline? Who's coming down on your podcast? Tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah. So for me, the thing was, I wrapped up my last challenge, and then I focused on getting the podcast out. Now this is done. I have a couple of personal clients. I coach personally, which obviously is not able for everybody. And so I decided, all right, what's next? What can I do, and how can I help more people who don't have $1,000 or more to spend on me right now? So I put a survey out and asked a couple of people in my Facebook group and on my email list and stuff like that. And what I found out was that probably most people would be interested in running a challenge with me.
Side by side?
Me personally. So I decided, all right, so, and I just decided on that today. So there's nothing done yet, no funnel, nothing whatsoever. But I will run a 30-day profitable challenge. So if anyone wants to go that with me, it will be a paid challenge, so probably around $100 or so. And I will guide the people from create the challenge, find out what to sell, who to sell to, how to get them into your challenge, promote it, then run it, and then monetize it all in 30 days. So after 30 days, you have run and monetized your challenge.
Well, I am definitely going to be signing up after this call. So I'm going to give him. So make sure you guys definitely get in contact with him, Joschka. I probably just butchered your name, but definitely please check him out. I'm going to literally give him $100 right now, so I can sign up for this launch challenge, because I want to do a launch challenge. I've had I think it's a great way to build your community really quickly. And I think it's a great way to monetize your community based on getting them results. And it just allows for you to, so my company is called The Money Friends. And I think that I wanted to make money online with my friends, and that's what I do currently. But I want to help at a higher level and be able to provide tangible results. And if you look, I mean, my clients do get tangible results. Like Mark is killing it. We have all these people that are just obviously killing it. But the 30-day challenge, I mean, that's all passive. So they don't get to the whole engagement factor. They don't get almost someone to hold their hand every step of the way. They don't get all these benefits that you do get with a challenge. And I think it's a great way to, like we've keep talking about, to monetize a group and to provide results at a higher level. And it's just amazing. So this 30-day challenge that I'm signing up for,
I hold you accountable.
No, I'm definitely going to sign up. I'm going to, you can just send me a Stripe invoice. And that's the power of understanding that, like, you don't need a sales funnel right away. So if you're looking, like, for instance, you can literally just send someone a Stripe invoice. They can pay it. You can add them to the group, and you can have someone else build the funnel while you start the challenge. And that way you can get things done faster. You just leverage other people's time and money, or your money, so that you can get things done quicker. So yeah, you'll be sending me a Stripe invoice after this, and I'm very excited about it. So where can more people find out about you? Where can they join your launch challenge podcast? Is it on Anchor? Is it on Spotify? Is it on every single platform? Do you have a YouTube channel? Tell me a little bit more where people can find you.
Yeah, I think the podcast is everywhere where podcasts are available. So it is hosted on Anchor, but you can find it on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you want as well. Just type in "launch your challenge" and then it comes up. I also run a Facebook group. It's a Challenge Funnel Entrepreneurs group, and there's a lot of stuff in there as well. I will also do that on YouTube. So I'm starting the channel right now. The first couple of interviews are online, but it's not branded or anything like that right now. So this will be done probably over the next couple of days. Yeah, and otherwise, just I mean, you can see my name on the screen.
And we will definitely, for those listening to this on a podcast and not on YouTube or Facebook, all the links will be in the description. Everything is included. Depending on when you watch this, we will definitely be including the link to the challenge, the 30-day challenge, so you guys can take advantage of that. Maybe even join the one I'm going on. So all these things will be in the description. So don't feel like you're missing out or you have to write anything down. Check the description and we will include it. For those on live on Facebook, we will include it in the comment section. So you guys can definitely take advantage of this.
Awesome. Yeah, I think this is it. This is all I've got.
Perfect. Thank you so much for coming on. It was a pleasure to learn about launching your podcast. I'm very excited because I've wanted to do this for a while now. And that's, again, self-serving. I wanted to get you on here so I can learn, just like you have people on that are experts. I want to learn from the expert like you and be able to take advantage of launching my challenge so that people can start really making recurring income and passive income. So thank you so much. Joschka. How do you say your name? I'm going to ruin it so everyone can say
Joschka.
Joschka. That's what it was. Joschka. I'm like horrible at spelling and grammar and all that. As a kid, I had a speech impediment, so I apologize. But I am all about making sure that I say people's names right, even though I butchered it a few times. So again, thank you so much. And I look forward to paying you right after this. And I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks so much.